Hello again and welcome back. My name is Gabby. I'm the English teacher at Options for Youth Moreno Valley, and I'm here with you to discuss English 12A Unit 3 Performance Task 2. So for Performance Task 2, it's looking at the comprehension notes for Macbeth by Shakespeare. So what you do is you complete the comprehension notes for Acts 1 through 5 of Macbeth, and then you have to select your best two pages of comprehension notes as your alternative assignment. So choose the two, otherwise I will choose two for you, and they might not be your best two, but I will just choose any random two to grade if you don't tell me which ones you like the best, you worked the hardest on, you tried the most with. So comprehension notes, like this one, it says, hey, read Macbeth Act 1, these pages through these pages in your textbook. If you are struggling with that reading because Shakespeare is hard, there is here Macbeth No Fear Shakespeare, which is really cool because it says here like when shall we three meet again in thunder, lightning, or rain? When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won. And then they translate it for you into like nowadays speak. When should the three of us meet again? Will it be in thunder, lightning, or rain? We'll meet when the noise of the battle is over. So instead of saying hurly-burly, the noise of the battle is over. When one side has won and the other side has lost, right? So we're going to meet when the war is over. Sounds good to me? Sounds good to you? Cool. Let's do this, right? It translates it for you. So then you go through, you read all of Act 1, right? All of Act 1, which honestly you're just reading one side of this, so it's not that bad. And then there's Act 2, right? So that's all the way until page 16, which again, you're only reading half of the page, and look at how much they're spaced out. So it's really not that much reading. And then you're going to answer these things, okay? So step 1, focus on the connotation, vocabulary, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So vocabulary, compliment or criticism. Decide if the following words have a positive, negative, or neutral connotation, and then put them into the chart. So valor. Valor means bravery, right? Does that sound like a positive word, a neutral word, or a negative word, right? Valor, bravery, to me that's positive. I'm going to put that in my positive words column. Treasons, betrayals, right? Does that sound positive or negative? Imperial, surmise, and sovereign. So you have to do that with those 5 words. There's 5 lines here, so valor, I don't know, treasons, imperial, surmise, sovereign, right? Those are not the right ones. Don't put them there, please. I'm just trying to show you how to do it. Questions box, so this is where you'll write any questions that you have for things. So like, why does hurly-burly mean wartime sounds, right? You can write that there. Why are there witches? What do these witches do? Important characters. What did these important characters do or say in this act that was memorable? So the witches decided it's time to reconvene, right? What else did they do or say in this act that you remember? Banquo, what did he do? Macbeth, same thing. Scansion practice. Oh my goodness, scansion is my least favorite thing in the whole world. I'm going to link a video that explains scansion to you. Okay, so so every word has a stress on it, okay? So banana, Anna, you hear banana, Anna, the Anna at the end the most, right? It's a little bit louder, it's a little bit longer, so that's like the stressed part. So you put like a little like apostrophe almost over it, like a little dash. Ba is kind of rolled over. Banana, banana. You hear nana way more than you hear ba, right? So that one would have a little U over it for unstressed. And then you're separating each line into metrical feet. So unstressed, stressed, unstressed, stressed. It could be, though, that it's unstressed, unstressed, stressed. If it's something that doesn't follow the pattern that's emerging, then you circle that, okay? Honestly, right here, as long as you try, and I can tell that you tried, I will give you the points. Scansion is hard. It's hard for me even, and I'm an English major. Like, I did not have to do this in college, and it's my least favorite thing. I do have to do it in my linguistics stuff. Again, though, least favorite thing, because my ears suck. So glamis, glamis, gla, gla. You hear gla more than you hear miss, right? So you put the little dash over gla, and then a U over miss. Thou art, so you kind of look at it 2 syllables at a time, right? Thou art, thou is stressed, right? Art is unstressed. And then you put a line in between the 2 feet that are stressed and unstressed. So that's kind of how you do it. Again, as long as you try, you'll be fine. I'll also link the video for you. Stage directions, give examples of stage directions from each scene. So Act 1, Scene 1. Let's see. So Act 1, Scene 1. Let's go back up to the top here. Thunder and lightning enter 3 witches, right? That's stage directions. How can I tell? They're in italics. They're at the top of the scene. Alarum within. Okay, I'm going to read this one because I don't know what alarum. Sounds of trumpets and soldiers fighting our stage. There we go. King Duncan enters with sons Malcolm and Dublin, Lennox, and a number of attendants. They meet the wounded and bloody captain. Okay, so here I might write, they meet a bloody captain. Okay, so it's who's affected? King Duncan, Malcolm, Dublin, Lennox, and captain, right? All of them are in bold, all of them are in caps, so I know that those are all the characters, so I'll put that there. Mood, setting, or actor's directions. Actor's directions and mood, I would say, right? And the purpose is to show that the captain is wounded, right? So there you go. Summary of an act. So after you read it all, what was there, tell me what it was about, and then you're going to answer these questions. Since Shakespeare's plays were performed outdoors in daylight, how did he show the setting? Give an example using a quote from Act 1. So you're going to go through and try to figure out how he did that. Number 2, Macbeth says to Ross, why do you dress me in borrowed robes? What does that line reveal about Elizabethan society? So borrowed clothes means borrowed robes means borrowed clothes, right? What does that show about the society back then? Is it common to borrow clothes? Why would he question it, right? Like things like that, so think about it. And then 3, what are 2 ways that Shakespeare reveals the characters' internal conflicts, so the things that they're struggling with inside? Which way is more effective? So think about it. Think about how you show that you're struggling with internal conflicts, and see if you can maybe see that in this as well, okay? So that's for Act 1. This is for Act 2. This is for Act 3. And then this is for Act 4. So you just have to choose 2 of those that, 5, sorry, in Act 5. And you just have to choose 2 of those. So, I really liked Acts 1 and 3. I did really well on those. Gabby gave me some examples. I put those examples in there. And I feel like I could pass those ones. So you just have to choose 2. You can write them on this page. You can email me, whatever. And then I will score you based off of this. How accurately did you identify the connotation of the vocabulary words, right? Did you put valor in the negative? Oh no, that's probably not right, right? So then you'd get redo. Create thought-provoking questions in the question box, so make sure you take your time. There should be questions, right? That means more than one. And they shouldn't be like, what color is the witch's hair? Don't do that. Provide brief but detailed analysis of main characters and accurate summaries of key events. I'm going to look at that. Properly apply scansion techniques to blank verse sections. As long as you try, I'll be fine. Again, evaluate the purpose of stage directions in the scene. and then give complete and thoughtful answers in the after you read section. As long as you do all those things, you should get 30 out of 30 points. If you don't, you need at least 21 out of 30 points in order to pass. If you have any questions, let me know. These are things I can help you with and we can work on together. Other than that, I will see you next for, I believe it's the alternative assessment.